Hello everybody. Today we're going to start the video off a little bit different. Um, I'm going to answer a question that was in one of the comments in an old video. The question was this right here. So I'm going to start off with that question and start off answering that question. So I don't do anything special. All I do is offer it to them at a young age, and they seem to catch on their own. If you have them in big groups, it kind of helps because once one of them see another one eat, they will looking for the calcium. Hold on. Once one of them see another one eat it, then they're curious and they go and try it. So I have them in smaller groups now, so they probably take a little longer to catch on. But usually in big groups, there's always one that is curious and go over there and start everybody else being curious of what it is, and they end up eating it that way. But I don't do anything special besides offer greens before any live animals. It's like, say the greens is the dinner, and the greens is a dinner, and insects is like dessert. You always get the dinner before the dessert. At least that's what your parents want you to do. So that's what I do. I offer the greens probably 30 minutes before I offer any feeders, and then that seems to help and keep them hungry enough to want to try it. But if you give them the bugs first, of course they're not gonna want to eat the greens. And then eventually they take the greens as well as they take the bugs. So the main thing is just to offer it to them, even if you feel like you're wasting your money with it or whatever. Just put some in there just in case they want to try it. And then usually once they try it, they find out it's not too bad and they will eat it. And also, if you're feeding crickets or something, like crickets or superworms, anything like that, if you keep greens in there, you're less likely to have the crickets or the superworm bite your animal if they're left in there overnight. Because the superworms or the crickets will find the greens and eat that instead. That way you don't have to take out all the bugs, take the cage apart to find all the bugs every night. But I'm just gonna keep greens in there right now. But I'm gonna throw some crickets right now. But I'm not worried about them not eating greens, because I'm pretty sure they're gonna eat it once they want to. But if you're worried about it, make sure you feed the greens at least like 30 minutes before you feed any green animals. And I've seen some people actually put the worms and stuff in the same bowl as the greens, and then the worms will make the greens move, and then sometimes they mistakenly eat the greens instead of the worms when they're trying to get the worm. So you can try that as well. Like I said, I gut load my animals with the greens, or the insects with greens, so they're getting the nutrients from the greens anyway. But I'm gonna go ahead and try to give them some crickets right now, because yesterday I tried to get you guys a video of that, and they had just moved to the new cage and didn't get it that much action of them eating. So we're gonna try to do that today. Got the crickets all nice and dusted. I'm gonna pour them in right on on greens. The little one got one. So you went crazy now. And I come out and do that about um, 2 to 3 times a day. I do smaller meals, more spread out during the day instead of one big meal. Found they digest better. Sometimes if you they eat too much at one time, they throw up. So I try to do smaller meals multiple times a day so that they can digest better. As you can see, it's a big difference from today. I mean, from yesterday compared to today. Um, they all settled in their enclosure, so they're more willing to eat. But now I'm gonna, in about 30 minutes, I'm coming spray the cage down so that they can have a drink. The crickets will also drink it and make them survive longer in the cage. The crickets can eat the greens. They can eat the greens. So that's about it for this video. Swing and a miss. Also, I had another question. I'm gonna go ahead and answer that question in this video as well. The question was, I'm gonna screenshot the question and put it right here. But the answer to that question is, to keep the crickets alive, what I do is I give them as much surface space as possible. So whatever container you're gonna put them in, if you put egg crates inside of those containers, it allows them to have more surface space to crawl around instead of being all bunched up on each other. And then I keep some type of either greens, carrots, or some type of vegetable that has that's gonna hold moisture. That way that they always have access to moisture. And then you don't want the temperatures to be too hot or too cold. So around 80 degrees will be fine, and they'll survive. I have them in this smaller container, and they've been jumping out into the bigger one. So I put the smaller container inside of this bigger one, so when they jump out, they won't be all over the garage. Because I was supposed to fix the tops and put a screen on it, but I just decided to do this so it'd be a little bit easier. So what I'd come out here and do is take this off, take this one out. Look at all those crickets. So they all surviving. Then I just shake them all to the corner. Oh, I almost had crickets everywhere. That ain't what I do. But I go ahead and pour them back into the original container. But that's where I keep most of the food and the moisture, so that they can stay gut loaded. And I go ahead and put that back in there so we don't have any escapees. Put this back. Go ahead and add the greens now. And some more of the gut load. I just put the gut load in the corner. But that's how I keep the crickets alive. So surface space, so you don't want them too bunched up. You want well ventilated and keep some type of moisture for them. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Comment down below if you have any questions, and I might answer that question in the next video. And also I'll try to answer you directly as well. But sometimes if you have one person had a question, another person had the same question. So I'll put the question in the next video and answer your question to the best of my ability. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Have a good one.